Since ancient times, entertainment in Africa played an integral role in imparting lessons on morality and teaching life skills to both young and old. Whether it was teaching farmers on how best to prepare their fields, educating young people on the sensitive subject of sexuality, or discussing the taboo topic of life and death, storytelling tackled issues that were seldom discussed openly. The community, young and old alike, gathered around the fireplace as the skilled storytellers effectively passed the message.
Jamii hizi mbili zilishirikiana katika mambo kadha wa kadha, si elimu, ufundi, biashara na hata uongozi.
But in the last few decades, life in Africa has changed drastically. Urbanization, civil wars, global epidemics such as HIV/AIDS, and the hobbled economy have killed these important social structures. In their place are big cities and slums, which can no longer support this important interpersonal discourse. Sexuality issues are now discussed in a social vacuum, as youth are left alone to learn how to grow up. But all is not lost. New and innovative forms of entertainment are being developed that continue the ancient art of storytelling. These successful entertainment formats combine the educational component with an entertaining format. Songs, dances, puppetry, community theatre and serial drama have proved very effective in guiding people to healthy behavior.
Along the great ocean, in the forest, on top of the trees, even in the arid and semi-arid areas, there was agitation.
One organization in Kenya that has been developing this concept with great success is Population Communications International Africa. The producers of a radio serial drama called Ushikwapo Shikamana and its accompanying comic strip and comic book by the same name. Kimani Njogu, the PCEI Africa regional representative, explains the concept of infotainment.
Entertainment education is not a new concept. Entertainment education is a form of communication in which education and entertainment are blended so that they can function to serve basically two functions. The first function is to create a sense of pleasure, a sense of excitement and happiness, to be able to enjoy the world, but at the same time to learn something from that experience. Now, the challenge always has been what percentage of entertainment do you bring into the entertainment education strategy, and how much of education do you bring in? What is the balance?
Ushikwapo Shikamana is one infotainment intervention that is making a difference in Kenya. This radio soap opera features characters whose lives often mirror those of ordinary people. In the course of listening to the program, the audience often finds themselves bonding with the characters on Ushikwapo Shikamana.
We have been involved in developing powerful radio dramas in East Africa. In the case of Kenya, we have been involved in developing a popular radio program, Ushikwapo Shikamana, which is a radio soap opera on collective efficacy. That is, we all can make a difference. That is, together we can make it if we collaborate. Now, we think that the serial drama is a powerful way of reaching people because whereas other forms of cultural productions tend to be didactic, the serial drama tends to be much more subtle in presenting information. It's much more indirect, it's much more audience friendly, if you want. And it tends to be a way in which one can create a sense of identification between the characters and audience members, so that the audience members see themselves as friends, as relatives, as part of the world of the characters.
Well, actually, we don't just produce soap operas. We produce social content soap operas. What is social content? Social content is information based on this methodology, is information which is gathered through research, because we look at various issues. Specifically, we've been targeting reproductive health, and of course, in the past 20 years, we've been focusing on HIV/AIDS and other social issues, including poverty, female genital mutilation. Those are the issues that we, kind of issues that we focus on.
Ushikwapo Shikamana or soap operas like that are really, really important because there's nothing more engaging than a story. We feel connected when we hear somebody's story. Our heart pours out. We know if we have things in common with them, we're engaged. We think about it. In the night, we talk about it. It's an absolutely beautiful medium for this because it doesn't exclude people from listening, and it doesn't exclude our imagination from thinking about those characters in ways that are closer to home. It's very difficult to choose an actress and dress her in a way that all of us would relate. But on the radio, we just have to hear her voice, and if her words resonate for us, then we're there. We're part of that family, just for that half hour.
The soap features 3 settings: Langoni, a rural village; Kanyageni, a rural-urban setup; and Ulimboni, an urban city bursting with life. Through the interaction of characters in these settings, issues relating to adolescent sexuality, environmental degradation, and other social challenges have been discussed in varying degrees. Kimani Njogu is the head scriptwriter of Ushikwapo Shikamana. Every weekend he meets here with the soap writers to plot the next week's episodes. Each writer is assigned a storyline and goes home to develop it further. The scriptwriters then meet every Wednesday to verify their scripts and pre-test them on target audiences before recording.
Anatafuta manake tena amezunguka sana. Tena ile script inaweza kuandikwa kwamba kwa hakika amehangaika sana. Yaani kule kufika pale imekuwa ni kazi ngumu sana. Sawa? Kwa hivyo kwekwe.
Actors for serial dramas are carefully selected to fit those outlined in the design document. They must also understand the intended purpose of the serial dramas and must be passionate about the issues being addressed. Zainab Aziz plays the character